So I put a bunch of mud in my pan here. I got a little modified plastic knife that I've made to fit about the same size as my pan, so that way it's easier to mix things together, because it's a 14-inch pan, but still at the same time, these things do not fit very well. A little bit of water out of there, right in here. And to be honest, I only mix, I think it's like 2 ounces to every 3 parts of mud. And yeah, so I put a little bit of water in there. And as you can see, this stuff has got a lot of bubbles. It's got a lot of shit that is gonna make, it's really stiff too. So it's kind of a pain in the ass to work with when you're doing a lot of skimming on the wall, things like that. Of course, you don't want it too thin because you don't want it driven down your wall as soon as you put it up. And I wish I could do this with one hand, but unfortunately, I'm gonna need to turn my camera off, do it with 2 hands, and show you the final product. All right, got everything mixed together. And as you can tell, it is a lot smoother looking. Look at all that. There's a couple of micro bubbles in there. Let me get rid of it. Bam. Now it's more like whipped cream. A couple of chunks in there still, but what's gonna happen is I'm gonna keep mixing this together. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to show you guys what it looks like now. It's a lot easier to play with. It's not as stiff. It's gonna go a lot better up onto that wall. And it will actually shorten up its dry time because it's not so thick. And the water kind of, something happens with that water. It spreads it out a little bit more, makes it thinner. And I think the thicker, the more viscous the material is, the longer the dry time. This stuff usually takes, man, sometimes it takes like 24 hours, depending on how thick you put it onto the wall. So if you thin it out with a little bit of water, mix it a lot, mix it very well. It'd be helpful if I had a paddle. Mix it up nice and good, and then you actually have some material here that should dry pretty quickly. If you want it to dry even faster, find some Easy Sand 20 joint compound, toss about, I don't know, half a cup into 30 ounces of your Proform material, and that'll definitely help it dry out real quick. Quick little tip if you're doing drywall and you have, let me see, this stuff, just some regular old joint compound, Proform all purpose. Sometimes I find it when you first get it, if you don't have a paddle or a drill that you can spin this stuff with and kind of smooth it out, there's a lot of